July 7th of 03.
Oh.
Stood on the yellow footprints.
Okay, and you in San Diego too?
Right, Hollywood.
Yeah,
right.
that's what I was about to say. There you go. Hey, I guess what we'll do from here is we'll go into kind of like your training real quick, and then I guess when you got out to your first unit, I assume it was some time before you actually went to Iraq.
Yes. Yeah. Well, of course, 13 weeks of boot camp, which was actually, like, a lot of people say, oh, boot camp's hard, and like, I didn't really think it was that hard. Like, it was more fun for me than anything, because I
imagine coming from a town where you have one stoplight.
Yeah, it's like, but it, like, actually, like, when I enlisted, I, came from Denton and lived there since like 3rd grade. Eventually we moved out of the small town, got to the big town. That was kind of threw me off a little bit, but I still retain my redneck ways, and just stuff we did for boot camp. Like, it was nothing. Like, compared to my freshman year in football, it was a joke. I mean, our coach, we were out there one day, fucking pouring rain. We had telephone poles lined up. We were doing bear crawls over the telephone poles. And it's wet, it's slick, it's muddy, we're falling in the mud, and if you miss a step, and then you're going to go face first into this telephone pole and, scratch your face up, and it just, like, it was fucking hell. But then again, it's Texas football, so if that's what you expect. But so when I went into the Marine Corps, like, I didn't really know what to expect. Like, I wasn't expecting anything, so I wasn't going to be disappointed. And when I got there, it was a whole new world to me. Like, stuff was just different, I found out that you could fit 88 guys into one shitter stall in like, 30 seconds, people will get in there, and I liked it. I had a complete blast, it was so much fun. And then, when I graduated boot camp, my mom, dad, brother, and sister all came out. My papa, which is my dad's dad, he came out, and they saw me. And the day we got our EGA,
EGA,
the Eagle, Globe, and Anchor.
Okay.
That's, this bad boy right here. This, when we become Marines.
Got it.
That's they hand us that. We put on our covers, and then you put on your cover for the first time. You're no longer a recruit. You're a Marine, and like, it's a really big day. It's one of the proudest day of it should be anybody's life, next to having your firstborn child pop out. I would prefer being a Marine than having a child pop out. But I'm sitting there, I'm in a formation. I was in first squad, first rank, next to my buddy Sailor, and like, we're sitting there like locked, cocked, and ready to rock. And my senior drill instructor, Gunner Sergeant Shaw, came up, and he's like, and he always called me Chip because I busted my tooth back when I was a kid, like, through a massive fucking Huffy accident. Huffy's my bike. landed on my face, knocked me out, chipped my teeth, had it fixed a couple times, broke them again playing football, and when I went to boot camp, it was still chipped. And so he had always called me Chip. And then when he's handing my Eagle of an Anchor, he puts it in my hand, shakes my hand, and goes, "Here you go, dickhead." Like, I was trying not to, I was trying not to laugh, so I was like biting my lip. And I shook it off. I'm sitting there, and like, in my peripheral vision, I see my dad, and my brother, my sister, my mom, my papa. They're all sitting there, and my dad's wearing a suit, and my dad is wearing a fucking Looney Tunes tie. It was my tie, like a tie that I had back in high school. My mom got me for Christmas one year, but he was wearing it, and I was like, it was so funny. I was trying not to laugh. I was like biting my lip, fighting it as hard as I could, and I shook it off, got rid of it, and like, I see my dad turn around, he starts yelling at my brother and sister, because he thought that they were like making faces at me, trying to make me laugh. And we broke rank, gave us base libo and walked around the base with our families and all happy and stuff. And my dad's like, he comes up and hugged me and told me how proud he was, and he's like, apologized, like, "Hey, I'm sorry that Anna and Steven, were making you laugh." I was like, "It wasn't Anna and Steven, Dad." He goes, "What?" And I was like, "It was your damn tie." He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, you wearing a Looney Tunes tie at a Marine Corps, graduation? I mean, come on, Dad." He's like, felt like an ass, like turned all red and started laughing about it and stuff. It was pretty funny. And next day we graduated, you know, got the hell off base, got away from it, and like hung out with my family, walked around San Diego for the first time after living there for 3 months, you know. Finally getting to see the sights. It's pretty cool. Went home for that 14 days of leave, hung out with my friends, you know, still had that snap pop of boot camps. I would stand there, we'd be in a restaurant, I'd be at parade rest, just out of habit, you know, just they're like, dude, relax, relax, and so they'd grab me and like bend me in a way, like put my arm up here and kind of lean me over, put one leg up so it looks like I'm more relaxed. But so they had a lot of fun with that, and then went to SOI. It was
SOI, yeah.
School of Infantry.
Okay.
Infantry Training Battalion.
This was like, you said Camp Pendleton, right?
Yeah, this is Camp. I want to say Camp Doha.
So the base was called Camp Pendleton, but
Yeah.
there was actually the base is split up
like-
into different camps.
Yeah, like Camp Pendleton's like fucking massive. There's mountains and there's like little sub camps all over the base. Like you got Camp Margarita, Camp Doha, you know, stuff like that. Just like where certain units live and certain schools are. It just kind of helps distinguish like which side of the base you're on.
Okay.
So checked into SOI and started doing learning our infantry stuff. And for like the first 2 weeks, it's basic infantry knowledge. It's like we're machine gunners, mortarmans, fucking 11s. You know, everybody is in one big group, and you learn everything like land navigation, stuff like that. Like stuff like every Marine should know as an infantry. And then after 2 weeks, they break you up to your MOS, and that's where you become an 0311, which is your basic rifleman. And then you have your
And that's what you are?
Yes, that is what I am. I'm a rifleman. And then you have your machine gunners, you got your mortarmen, you got your assault sections, you know, stuff like that. And you spread off and you start learning your MOS like priorities. Like assault men learn explosives and rockets, machine guns learn machine guns, you know, mortarmen learn mortars, and then infantry, like the 0311s, we learn like basic infantry tactics, like how to like throw hand grenades and, you know, basic urban warfare, you know, more intense land navigation, like stuff like that, like weapons knowledge of everything we would use as an infantryman and stuff like that. And we graduated from SOI in December 12th, and that's when I checked into 37 Lehman Company, 2nd Platoon.
Okay. And what was 29 Palms?
Yeah, that's in 29 Palms, you know.
I mean, no. Where about like 29 Palms is?
29 Palms is about. It's.
Well, what state's it in?
It's in California.
And it's out in the
middle of the Mojave Desert.
Okay. Okay. Southern
Palm
part
Springs,
of
like Palm Springs, you go 45 minutes north, and then you hit the boony town of 29 Palms.
Okay. So I imagine the base must be a terrible place, being in the middle of a desert.
It's not terrible. I mean, a lot of people think it sucks, but once you live there, you're a piece of suck. You know, it's like, I would rather be in 29 Palms than any other base in the Marine Corps. Just because the way it is. Like, 29 Palms is basically comprised of infantry units. So it's all pretty much grunts. You know, there's a tank battalion, there's a artillery, and a few other, like, there's the comm school there too, you know, so there's pogues running around, but for the most part it's grunts.
Okay.
And so it's our little slice of hell.
Okay. How long was it before you actually went on a deployment that you were at 29 Palms?
Well, got there December 12th, checked in, and we deployed February 15th.
Oh.
So we were there for like maybe 2 months.
Oh, really? So, wow, you got out of SOI and you were at 29 Palms for 2 months before you went to what I've been calling Operation Raccoon 2, which was in Usaba. From my understanding, that was actually a pretty big fight.
Right.
Okay.
So I was pretty new in the ways of the Marine Corps.
Okay.
So.
Okay.